G'day guys, my name's 3Jad21 and welcome back to the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, or the Stanley Parable 2. I am coming back to this game a lot quicker than I was expecting. So, in case you guys haven't seen part 7, which was technically like the last episode of this playthrough, I said that I wouldn't come back into this game until they released a patch that fixed the unplugging the phone ending, so that I could come back and play that and also do some of the other things I missed. For example, this little epilogue that at the time of recording I forgot actually was in the game. So yeah, a patch has been released. I haven't played the game since, so I don't actually know for sure if it has fixed the ending. I'm hoping it has. I would assume that that was what the patch was for mostly. But yeah, I'm really excited to get back into this. So I've got 3 things to do this video, and then I think I'll be officially done with this game, because the only other endings I know of that I haven't done are ones that I just, like, I don't have the patience for. Like the, there's an ending with the baby game, and I'm not gonna do it, so I'm just gonna say what happens in it, because there's no way I'm ever doing that ending for myself. So basically, with the baby game, if you actually play it for 2 hours, the narrator will like say, "Oh, well, you've been doing this for 2 hours, this must be getting too easy. Here, now instead of just having to take care of the baby, you now have to take care of a dog as well. And there's like 2 buttons you have to press to keep them going. And if you do that for 2 hours, then there's like this weird ending for doing it. But I mean, I don't have the patience for that, and I've only seen that ending like once. So if you want to see that ending, please go watch someone else, because I do not have the patience to do that myself. But without further ado, let's jump right back into the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, and we'll try to finally do that unplugging the phone ending, an ending that has been eluding me for so long because of the bug. I'm pretty sure they fixed it, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see, won't we? So this is going to be the last time we hear this intro.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
I'll never get tired of that intro, it's so good.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
We're not going to pick up the bucket yet. There's only one more ending we need to get involving the bucket, and we're not going to do it yet.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open, this was not the correct way to
Yes,
the meeting
we are
room,
aware,
and
narrator.
Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
That's exactly it.
Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Indeed. The left door, right? This one?
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Is it though? I'm not that bad at my job.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Have
I'm
we?
not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting. That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone. As
No.
Stanley picked up the phone, a white light engulfed him, filling him not just with radiance, but with hope. Hope for a life reunited one... Wait. Oh, goodness. Stanley, did you just unplug the phone?
Maybe.
No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person.
Oh my goodness.
I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person.
Yay.
But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Rupert has a choice. He could invent a machine that eliminates food shortages across the world to make life better for all people. Or he could spend years of hard work forgetting how to read. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the
of
person
course.
to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack."
My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack. Did I remember it correctly? I hope so. I might have messed up a little. I was trying to read it as the subtitle was on screen so I could remember it, but...
Excellent.
Oh.
Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process.
That's very healthy.
Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside.
That's
At
fairly
this time,
true.
your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Okay.
Welcome
Oh
back.
god.
You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
Okay. It's actually been a while since I've done this ending, so... Oh, that's right, they put the fence around it so you can't fall off.
Now
Oh,
that we know
man.
your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all.
I agree.
We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
I think we're fine, actually. And yeah, they've removed the plank too, so you can't get off. Alright. I mean, it has been a long time since I've seen this ending. Like, every single time this ending comes up in playthroughs that I watch on YouTube, since I finished...
Oh. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world.
As I was saying, every single time someone, like, attempts this ending, I always, like, stop watching, because I want to have this experience fresh in my head again, and I do.
Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first.
Okay.
I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Left. Which way is left? Can you remind me, narrator? I don't want to be making the wrong choice. Narrator, you there? Left.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
Oh god, the audio's getting messed up. Okay, I'll go left then. Oh god.
Oh, it's ruined. I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that my story, you've destroyed my work.
Oh my god, he's angry.
What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I... No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to. I have to.
Oh god. Oh jeez. I hate that noise. What is that light?
Oh, I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You. Who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see?
Yeah.
Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it.
Jeez.
That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child. Oh, my story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard to make...
Oh, what?
Behave exactly as Stanley would.
Oh,
that
that's right. I remember
responsibly
this.
And always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, let's go left then.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Look, there's the barrier.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
So yeah, if you thought that this ending was the same, it's not actually, because that's already been blocked off, so we know it's different. And that doesn't say executive bathroom anymore. And it can't be opened. And the office is green! With a staircase!
Standing in his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled,
Oh, there's the
Stanley
panda.
wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door.
Please
with a
speak
voice
clearly
receiver
into the
next to it.
receiver.
Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Nightshark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
Nightshark 115. Yeah, no, it doesn't work. Narrator.
Stanley spoke the code. Nightshark
Shark 115.
He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
I'm trying, my guy. It's not working. I'm the most expensive boss. Okay,
I'm
if you
sorry,
say
is there
so.
a problem? You didn't mishear me, did you?
No, I didn't.
Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise, we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
I literally can't, my guy. It's impossible. I'm speaking and it's not registering.
Okay, fine. You're not going to do it. But you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there.
I did.
Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward. You... When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
So yeah, we have seen this before in the bucket version of this ending, but...
Stanley? Hello? Are you... Is everything okay? Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice. I need you to walk through the door. Are you listening to me? Can you hear me? Is everything all right? Stanley, this is important. The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please. Choose. Do something. Anything. This is more important than you can ever know. I need this. The story needs it. So, you hear me? Are you there? Are you listening to this? Stanley, are you there? Okay. It's okay, I can wait. You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice. That's all right. I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do. Take as much time as you need.
It's a lot sadder than the bucket version, don't you think? Bucket version was very lighthearted, all about comedic timing. That one was... man. Because we know how sad the narrator gets when Stanley doesn't do anything thanks to the skip button, but... yeah. It's really sad, man. Alright. Only 2 more things left to do. Ooh, I'm getting chills already. Alright. Here we go.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Stanley's bucket. The only co-worker he would ever truly need.
So, I don't know how, but I completely forgot to take the bucket and go out of the room, out of the map. Don't ask me
Stanley clung
why.
the bucket to his cheek. Could his co-workers really all be gone?
I don't know how I missed this, but I did. That doesn't matter though, because we are now going to do it.
Yes, whispered the bucket into Stanley's ear. We've done it. We've escaped from that dull office and that pesky narrator. At last, out here in the white void, we are alone. Now, and for the first time, I can reveal to you my true self. The bucket began to tell Stanley of its life and its history, of the countless wars it witnessed, desecrating the land and lives of untold numbers of innocent humans, and the bucket's own complicity therein, of sadness and regret, and the many years it spent dwelling on the actions it might have taken to curb the madness and the decay, if only it had been stronger, of hope and redemption, and its crusade to uplift the stock of life for the common man, to manifest justice where none existed, and the bittersweet reality of time, to see one's dreams and wishes met halfway, meted out in parcels like charity, and abandoned as soon as the warm glow of inspiration begins to dim. The opportunities to do so much more. There was so much it could have done, perhaps, the bucket wondered to itself. Perhaps, if it had seen its own darkness with a clearer perception. This was way too much for Stanley.
What are you talking about?
He screamed.
Yeah.
You're a bucket!
To this, the bucket furrowed its brow.
No,
Said the bucket.
not since the evil wizard gambhorra'ta
No way!
me in his machinations as payback for the sacred amulet I stole from his treasured vaults. I
Oh my
was young
God.
back then and could not conceive the ramifications of... No!
Stanley screamed even
Whoa.
louder this time.
This is stupid! You are a bucket! This is so stupid! Why are we even doing this?
What?
As Stanley screamed and screamed and screamed, the bucket revealed its true form, transforming into a mighty beast of untold power, its fangs glistening like... My God, Stanley.
Whoa, what?
You did it. You saved us from the bucket. Thank God you already had all 12 emblems of sages and knew the incantations to summon
What?
their true power. Otherwise, we would have easily been overwhelmed by the bucket's power. I'm speechless. You've demonstrated such bravery here today. Come, let's restart the game, and we'll agree to never again go trifling with this bucket, nor the dark magic cast away inside of it.
So gambhorra'ta did actually have a part to play in this game, in the out-of-map ending. And we killed the bucket, so does that mean the bucket is actually gone now? Is this the ending where the bucket is well and truly gone? Because if it is, thank goodness that was the last normal ending to do. We'll do one more check.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley
No, it's
decided
still
to
there.
go to the meeting
Okay,
room.
never
Perhaps
mind.
he had simply missed a memo.
Alright guys, there's only one more thing left to do. And it's to play the epilogue. And every single time someone clicks on this epilogue, I have been avoiding it like the plague because I want to see it for myself. So, without further ado, let's finish the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, aka the Stanley Parable 2. Epilogue. Many, many years later. Okay. Oh, we're back here! So this is a continuation of... This is a continuation of the skip button ending. Do I just pick a direction and move, or what? Whoa. Oh. Do I already know where this is going? Am I gonna make a new office? I have no idea. I very well could be. Whoa. Look at all these chairs. Full moon. There better not be werewolves around. Oh wow, that's pretty. Wait, so shouldn't I be going north? I have no idea anymore. Whoa! The memory zone? No way, I have to be hallucinating. There's no way the memory zone's out here. How the hell did I find the memory zone all the way out here? What's that? What on earth is that? The escape pod! He made it! The escape pod actually did something! Oh my god. So does that mean there's two different iterations of the epilogue? One where you don't pick up the bucket and one when there is? I hope so. Because then I can do this twice. I guess we'll find out though, won't we? Wait. The memory zone is recalling the Stanley Parable 2 now. Oh, that's so weird. Whoa. Oh, this is weird. Whoa. There's nothing around. Cool. What is this? Cookie9's blog. Wait, is this real? Like so many, I enjoyed my time with the original Stanley Parable, which underscores how truly disappointed I am with its sequel. Where the first game teamed with originality, the Stanley Parable 2 is dull, uninspired, and often insulting to its fan base. Rather than expand on what made the first game enjoyable, the sequel veers off into territory nobody asked for. An infinitely deep hole? Who cares? Where are the new endings? What about enjoyable bits from the Stanley Parable 1, like the adventure line? Instead, we get an uninspired side quest collecting figurines. Even this diversion feels incomplete. Collecting all the figurines gives you nothing. I must say, though, I found the bucket to be quite comforting, a welcoming reprieve from... Review, the Stanley Parable 2. Sorry I haven't been blogging too much. Review, SNRAF3. What's that? Stanley Knights. Nah, couldn't be. Protected Post, Cookie's Corner. We need to talk about sequels. Go Guy, Stanley Parable 2. Piss Order 99. Boblin. Boblin on review. Oh, those are comments. Archives. Wait a minute. 2027. April 27, 2027. That can't be right. Well then. That's a fun little thing. Ooh. Stanley Parable development. No more spin-offs, no more sequels. Oh. Jim has returned, everyone. When the Stanley Parable launched to massive success in 2013, its creators made plans to build the property into an entire franchise, but a disastrous critical and commercial reception to the Stanley Parable 2 has prompted the developers to rethink their ambitions, as outlined in a press release they published today. It's clear that more Stanley Parable is just not what the fans want, reads the press release. We thought we had a vision for the series that players would be excited about, yet it turns out this could not have been farther from the truth. The press release goes on to promise to preserve the artistic integrity of the original game, and to stop assaulting fans with their reckless and insulting creative visions. The word sorry appears more than 25 times in this press release. Lowest aggregate review scores in video game history. Well, you See, this is funny because I bet they did this in case people didn't like the Stanley Parable, but also probably thinking, nah, it'll be fine. This is just a fun little joke. But get on the green. What does that say? I can't really tell. Got more gym buttons over here, unless they're a different button. No, they're gym buttons.
Gym, 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 gym.
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 Gym. Stanley.
Wait.
Stanley. Stanley. Gym. Gym. Stanley.
Stanley. Oh my god. Stanley. Okay, follow the cord. Whoa! This looks like something out of... There's so many collectibles. This looks like a little bit of something out of, Sky Children of Light. Oh my god. 26 out of 6. Oh my god. Whoa. Where are we? We're in some... Wait. Oh! Thank you for enjoying the new content. So some of the office is still intact, or is this the new office? What the hell? What do I do? I can't even interact with these doors. Oh! It's the guy from the beginning of the game! Hello again. It's nice to see you. But it's terrible to learn that there will never be another Stanley Parable game. Did you read what the developers said? Preserve the integrity of the franchise? What nonsense! The Stanley Parable is not sacred. We do not need to protect it. Screw the legacy. Let's keep making Stanley Parable games until the sun explodes. Let's run this franchise into the ground. Let's drag it through the mud and back. And if people hate it, who cares? You see, that was the narrator's problem. He was so obsessed with what people thought of his work. Don't make his mistake. Don't cling to the legacy. Let it burn. It's not hard. In fact, let me show you. Together, we are going to make the Stanley Parable 3. It's simple. All we do is change the number in the game's title screen. We also need a really dumb subtitle for the game, something loud and gaudy. Go ahead, try combining some random words together to make a new title for our game. Stanley Parable 3. So we got... So wait, hang on, what can we do? Return to train station, return to crown, return to tax disc, return to water, return to pantry, the final pantry, the final water, legend of crown, the legend of hole punch, a whisper of hole punch. Well, I think we have to do the end is never the, because that's a common recurring thing in the Stanley Parable. So, Stanley Parable 3, the end is never the... The end is never the train station, the end is never the crown, the end is never the tax disc, the end is never the water, the end is never the hole punch, the ender is never the pantry, the end is never the tax disc. The Stanley Parable 3, the end is never the tax disc. It's absurd. I love it. Every time you restart the game, we'll advance the number of the sequel by 1, and then we'll pick a new subtitle. That way, the Stanley Parable will never end. And nothing in the game itself will change when you do this either. Adding more content sounds like work. No need to do that. It'll just be the same content, recycled again and again and again with a new title screen. What do you say? Should we go forward with this plan? I like it, but I want you to have a say as well. Let's do it. Good, then it's agreed. A new sequel every time you start the game. And you know what? Since you've put faith in my idea, I feel like giving you something as well. You see, I'm noticing that the narrator never found a way to give you the broken trophy, did he? Of course not. I wouldn't expect him to know how. It's been bothering me. Let's fix it. Alright there, the trophy machine is all fixed. You see? I'm on your side. We're in this together. We're going to keep this train rolling. The Stanley Parable cannot end. It can only spiral in on itself, forever. I must keep the wheel turning. I'm ready. Are you ready? Great, there's only one last thing we need to do. Please enter the correct time. And the time is 8:30. I'm not even joking, that's actually the time. Now, before I do that, let me just double check. Oops. Yes, it's 8:30 when I inputted that. Please adjust the slider until the computer is barely visible. Yep. Thank you. Please enjoy the Stanley Parable. How dumb does the title screen look, I wonder? I hope I don't have to actually, like, close the game and reopen it in order to see all these. What the? A car? Oh my god. You're playing the Stanley Parable 3, the end is never the tax disc. So what, if I begin the game, and then begin it again, does it change it? Or do I actually have to close the game in order for it to do the new title screen? And I hope it's not just the same title screen too. I hope it actually like changes the imagery. That would be very nice. But who knows? Let's see how much detail they put into this. Alright. Quit to menu. Oh, that's funny. It says the sequel is paused, but it's got the Stanley Parable, the normal Stanley Parable background now. So the red is gone now. Okay, no, I do have to actually restart the game. Okay. Well, I'm gonna I'll keep going until we get to the Stanley Parable 10. How about that? We'll go to the Stanley Parable 10 and then we'll finish on that. So yeah. Let's do it. The Stanley Parable 4. Oh, they're new ones. Okay. Let's see. We already did Tax Disc, but there's some new ones as well. There's Pirate, Apple, Bomb, and Spiders. The Stanley Parable 4. Stanley's Big Apple. Stanley's Big Pirate. Stanley's Big Bomb. Let's see. Stanley's Big Apple. Let's do it. Stanley's Big Apple. Let's see what this one is. Alright. Surely we got a different image. Surely. Oh my god! Oh, this is amazing. You were playing the Stanley Parable 4, Stanley's Big Apple, and it's just, it's his wife behind like a rain-covered screen. Oh my god, I love how dumb this is. This is so good. Alright, let's do another one. The Stanley Parable 5. Wait, okay, there's a couple ones I can already like see myself doing. There's Dr. Computer Virus in Infinite Zone, Inspector Gun. Let's do Dr. Computer Virus. That's the one that like really stood out to me as soon as I saw the options. So let's do that one. Oh boy, I love that the images and music are changing. That's so good. They actually put a lot of effort into this. Oh my god. Oh my god, that's actually kind of vibing. The Stanley Parable 5, Dr. Computer Virus. Is this actually in the soundtrack? Because like I actually bought the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe's soundtrack, so I hope these songs are in it. Because I want to listen to this. This is nice. All right, let's do another one. The Stanley Parable 6. Ooh, okay, let's see. Liquid Bomb. Wacky Challenge. The Final Lawsuit. Oh my god, okay. Oh man, what do I do? I feel like Inspector might disappear soon, so what do I pick? Although I guess Return to has already returned. The Stanley Parable 6. Well, actually, okay, we did Doctor last time, so maybe Inspector. Like, if we're looking from a fan perspective, they might be going, "Oh, really? It's another one of these." So let's do, man, I don't know. Liquid Space, Liquid Challenge, Wacky Bomb, Return to Electrode. You know what? Let's alliterate. Let's do Liquid Lawsuit. The Stanley Parable 6 Liquid Lawsuit. Let's see what this one has in store for us. This is really fun to just do. I love it. It's him! It's the really weird Stanley from the Infinite Hole ending. Oh my god. Liquid Lawsuit. Jesus. Okay, well, let's do another one. The Stanley Parable 7. In Search of Skeleton. Danger of Skeleton. Hang on. Oh, I really want to do something to do with skeleton here. In Search of Skeleton, Danger of Skeleton, the skeleton, no more skeleton, the ghoulish skeleton, a new kind of skeleton. Oh man. In Search of Skeleton. Oh my god. It's so dumb, but I love it. That's what I love about these guys, man. They come up with the dumbest shit, and it's just, it works. That's quite a sparkly office. You're playing the Stanley Parable 7 in Search of Skeleton. Oh man. I like these bongos. Alright. So, yeah, we're definitely going to keep doing this until we get to the Stanley Parable 10, and then I'm going to stop. But this is still, I love it. I love it. It's so good. Okay. So we need to do something really good for the Stanley Parable 8, because as we know, there is a meme with the Stanley Parable where if you put in 8888 on the keypad a bunch of times, there'll just be a random voice clip that says 8. And in the soundtrack, I am not kidding, I bought the soundtrack. In the soundtrack, there is an 8-second track called 8, and it's just like 6-7 seconds of silence, and then the 8 that said, and apparently Davey Redden said it, the guy that wrote this game. So, oh my god, it's so good. Let's see. So, the Stanley Parable 8. Now with added co-workers. Now with added octopus. Yeah, it should be added octopus. Because that just works, right? Don't octopi, octopuses, whatever the plural is, don't they have like 8 tentacles? I think so. I love it! The Stanley Parable 8, now with added octopus. It's the most generic, like, guitar track I've ever heard. So good. Alright guys, we've got 2 more left. The Stanley Parable 9. Crocodile co-workers. Let's see. We could do Liquid Lawsuit again, but the fans would be so annoyed with us if we did that. Temple of Tuesday. Beyond co-workers. Crocodile Runner. I'll just do the Stanley Parable 9, no more co-workers. Why not? It's the one that makes the most sense out of all of them. So let's do one, like, logical one before we do the Stanley Parable 10. Stanley Parable 9. Oh, this was perfect! There's a pineapple and chicken co-worker with a floating water cooler next to them that does not fit. That's so dumb. Alright, one more! The Stanley Parable 10. Alright. Let's see. Wacky Zone, Grilled Poison, Legend of Coworkers, Spectacular Scorpion. I feel like because this is the final thing we're doing, it should start with the final. And then the final zone, the final poison, the final coworkers, the final escape, the final scorpion. Let's do the Stanley Parable 10, the final zone. Why not? And this will be the one we finish on. Hopefully it's not something really loud like that rain was last time. Oh my god. Well, I guess we're finishing on this one. Alright. Man. So, there you have it, guys. This is actually the final episode of the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, aka the Stanley Parable 2, aka all of the titles that I've been making up to this point. And we're now going to conclude with the Stanley Parable 10, the final zone. So, wow. I'm really glad I came back to this, because I remember not long after I was, like, when I was editing what was the final episode at the time, I was like, oh, I forgot to go out of the map with the bucket. And I'm glad I did, because more gambhorra'ta. Like, I'm still so perplexed by what gambhorra'ta is, and I want to know more. But I think he's meant to be elusive. We're not meant to know a lot about him. So, there you go, guys. This was the final episode of the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, aka whatever you want to call it. Oh man, I'm really happy that I came back to play this. This is so dumb but so good. I love it, man. It's just, I don't know what else I can say, really. It's just really funny and fun and just silly. That's what I like about it. So, yeah, I mean, I feel like I said pretty much all I wanted to say already in the last episode when it comes to this game, but I just want to say a huge thank you to the developers, Crows, who did the remake and ports, the original development team, for actually making the game in the first place. And I've now educated myself, and this whole time I've been saying that this was a Portal mod. No, it was a mod of Half-Life 2. So I'd like to correct myself there. This was originally a mod of Half-Life 2, and then it got a proper like release as the Galactic Cafe remake back in 2013. And now here we are with the Crows Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe version. And man, what a game. I'm so happy that I played this, and I played it on the channel. I'm so happy that I had this experience with you guys. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this series and this video. I hope you did enjoy, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!